Okay, this video is to talk about graphing a function, in this case a parabola, given that it's in standard form, and the method that we want to use is using roots and a point. Now, since this is in standard form, I don't know the roots. So the first thing I will have to do is transfer it to factored form to find the roots. Once I have the roots, then I will also select any value for x and put it into the function to find out the output. Then I'll have a second point. Oops, determine f at x. And then use roots and point to graph. All right, so that's the plan. So first of all, since I need to factor it, I'm going to check and see if I can actually find a common factor between all three of these terms. In fact, I can. All three of these terms are divisible by -3. So I'm going to take out -3 as a factor, and that leaves x squared, and -24x divided by -3 is positive 8x, and -36 divided by -3 is positive 12. So now I actually have a simple trinomial to factor, so that really means that I will need to add to the value 8 and multiply to the value of 12. Let's see, so there's 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4, and I found my pair of 2 and 6. So I can factor this with the common factor 3, and I have x plus 2, x plus 6, and we are factored. So since we're factored then, that means I have the roots. The roots occur when f at x equals 0. So I'll have 0 equals -3, x plus 2, x plus 6. So we need to have two values, x plus 2 and x plus 6, that multiply to give me 0. So that means either x plus 2 equals 0 or x plus 6. Or x plus 6 will have to equal 0. So the value for x that makes x plus 2 equals 0 is -2. The value for x that makes x plus 6 equals 0 is -6. So I now have my roots. I will plot those. So let's see, -2, -4, and -6 here. So there's one root, there's the other root. Now I could pick any particular value that I want for this step, x, but since I know that my vertex is going to be in between, I'm going to pick a value in between -6 and -2, and it doesn't really matter. So let's try x equal to -3. So f at -3 is 3 times -3 squared minus 24 times -3 minus 36. So -3 times 9 minus, let's see, a negative times a positive is actually, a negative times a negative is a positive, and 20 times 3 is 60, and 4 times 3 is 12, so that's 72 minus 36. 3 times 9 is -27, add 72, subtract 36, and I will need my calculator. So it's revealed a value of 9. So that means the point -3, 9 is also a point on my parabola. So I can go to -3, 9. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's value 9 there. So -3 and 9. So now I have 3 points, and I have enough that I can graph. I could have also put in an x value of -4, and it would have given me my maximum value. So this is enough that I can graph, but I also know that the step pattern is -3, so I can use this point and go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and know that my vertex will actually be at -4, comma, let's see, 10, 12. So then I have these points, and I have my graph.